know, hold on. I ain't drinking enough water today. Baby, this is 1 liter. Oh yeah, you gotta bulk up. In today's video, we are caring for ourselves again because I need it and it's been a long week, but we also gonna chat. So making sure I stay true to what is in the title and the thumbnail. That's all. Hold on. I need to grab some. I need to grab some and adjust myself. Okay. It sounded so much better in my head. That really did. It sounded so much better. Y'all doing okay today? Did this week feel like the longest week? Or is it just me? Because I think so. Hold on. Because... oh, there we go. Okay. If we could just get a hold of... okay. I definitely need to take good care of myself. Oh. I won't be on long, but I definitely want to be on to spend some time with y'all. Did I put this on backwards? Nope. So let's get to chatting while I take care of myself. Because we need to. I think we're going to start with this foot. We did our pedicure already. So it goes without saying. Process was short and sweet, and I learned a brand new way how to do it, so it don't take as much time. Sidhu Roy and W34D heater. Oh, you're just doing it with numbers. Something on my, what do I have on my neck? I'm finna put something on there. Some shea butter. Jerry's Life 63, thank you very much. Oh, depressed. Okay, all right. I think we got something else additional to chat about. Lydia, I will keep you in my personal prayers. I will definitely do that. Yeah, I definitely will. Depression is nothing to play with. Baby, that's a video on its own. I'll probably be here for 2 hours. Do you hear me? I'm laughing at that, not at what you said. I'm just thinking about, whoa, so you are in my thoughts and prayers, and I will add you in my private time, Lydia. So you are most welcome, mama. Okay, fun with Amy. Hi, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour. Now wait a minute, that's a wild one. TD YouTube, you ready to be kissed? I don't just kiss anybody, baby. Look like we got multiple things to talk about tonight, okay? I don't just kiss anybody. First, okay, not as a single woman. Lies you tell. You, especially with that 19 out here in 2020. You remember, anybody remember that 19 out here? You don't just go around and tongue tennis with anybody. They might have that thing. 19. I can't say the whole word, because then they, you know, YouTube will put at the bottom this such and such, and they'll lead you to Wikipedia about. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. What up, boo? My name is Jessica. Oh, I'm not oiling up. I'm taking care of myself. We moisturizing ourselves. Fall. Look. I will not walk around. I refuse to walk around ashy. Ashiness gets around here. It gets around the shoulders. It gets in your elbows, and it get in your kneecaps. Okay. Please tell my name Amy. Jerry. But you can call me baby. I don't walk around calling just anybody baby either. Like we got to be in a relationship for that, okay? Single woman, okay? One day, some man will have to will be blessed to have that pet name. I don't just be throwing stuff out. Stuff like that is sacred to me. I think we need to bring back sacredness. Where I'm going, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Slay Queen from India. Have you ever been to Chuck E. Cheese or a place with animatronics? I'm not sure animatronics is unless you're talking about the big huge mouse that be scaring children, making them kind of intimidated. That made me think of when I went to my niece's birthday party 3 to 4 years ago. That girl looked so intimidated by that thing. I was I was ready to have some conversations with that mouse. Like, don't scare my niece, please. Don't scare my little baby niece, please. That thing didn't even look intimidating to me. Okay. Serrani, thank you so much, Mama. It's okay. It's okay. I am in the United States of America. And I'm just taking care of myself. I would do my nails, but the way that I'm planning to not be on here live, since I've already done a pedicure already, my twinkle toes. I'm like, nah, let's just do something short and sweet. So, because the way I'm like, y'all see me in my purest form, aside from the other 1,500 times. That is not a joke. That's not a joke. Like, checked it. Check. Take a look. Take a look at my channel. Right now, I would love to be just at a spa, soaking in a hot tub right about now. I can't do that. So the best thing to do is just care for myself in the best way I know how. Okay. I can't tell you what state I'm in. That's, gotta protect myself. But it is quite warm where I am. That is the only hint I will give you. As to you, Jerry's life. Hi, Suryawanshi. Oof. Oof, forgive me if I butchered your name. I know. But I believe in protecting myself. I'm not saying you will do anything. I'm just saying YouTube is not just a national platform. It is an international platform. Baby, that's like giving your address on here. You got to have some what do they call it? Some I'm trying to find a word. Some tact about yourself. Some dignity is the better word. Okay. Are you near me? I don't know if I'm near you. Now, I don't advise you to share the state that you're on. That's fine. You could share it. But I don't need that's my rule as well for y'all. Like, I'm not telling y'all where my exact location is, but I am in the United States. I don't advise y'all to give y'all zip code, city, unless you're completely comfortable and you know that stuff don't bother you. It's cool. Okay. Let me go through the comments here to see if I missed anything. Okay, I didn't miss anything. I just wanted to make sure. Indiana, nobody can find me. Indiana. Whoa, Indiana. Y'all want to play a game? Do not give me your city. Give me your state if you're in the United States, or your state if you're in another country or territory, and the food that, well, no, something that your territory or state is not well known for. I'm just curious to see, because Chicago is a deep dish pizza. Michigan, I heard about the hot dogs. I still been wondering about that for a while. Texas is the steak. California is them California something, something, the avocado. Between Illinois and Ohio, I wonder. I'm just wondering what Indiana, their food, what it's famous for, or what they're no, what their what your state is well known for. But yeah, it's been a long week. I'm gonna relax. Let's chat about something. So, what I had in mind to chat about is just um, what your testimony will do for others, because what I've been noticing is that for the last couple of weeks I've been going live. I've been telling testimonies of different things I've been allowed to talk about. A lot of stuff is funny because God have a sense of humor, and just the power of it. I briefly spoke about that, but I just wanted to elaborate a little bit, because the thing about telling your testimony is that it's going to help a lot of people. Other people may call, instead of testimonies, they will tell it, oh, well, sharing their story, sharing their life story. You could call it that. I call it testimony. You could share it. You could call it sharing your story. The beautiful thing about it is it's definitely going to help someone. There is something I'm going to wait and save it a little bit later down the line to talk about with you all. And I won't even say the subject of it, because I think this is something, when I drop it, it's going to be something very relatable, because at one point in time, all of us have gone through this at least one time in our life. But I got to thinking about how maybe sometimes people will, you will find out exactly how much support you will get, or how much a person will change their mannerisms towards you once you go to tell your story. Maybe they weren't a part of your story at all, or maybe they were a part of your story and the reason why you got the testimony in the first place. Maybe they're the reason why you went through something. Maybe they're not the reason. Maybe they were a small part in your story. But even if they weren't, this is where it'd be funny. Not funny as in laughing at them, but funny as in the audacity. How are you mad? I'm sharing my story. I'm like, I would say to anyone, whatever you're going through right now, and if you don't know God, that's the first thing. If you don't know God, now's the time to ask him to come into your heart. Dear Lord Jesus, come into my heart, etc. Forgive me my sins. Go all down there. Be sincere. Start working on that relationship with God. Then he's going to start talking to you and nudging you and maneuvering you to share your testimony. It could be something great. It could be something small. And the type of stuff I want to share, oh my goodness, like, you're going to understand why I kept it so long. Don't ever, this goes for anybody, if you ever discourage someone from sharing their story that could help someone else, please ask God to forgive you now. Please. Please just going forward, get into practice in small steps. You know what? If you feel in some type of way about them sharing their story, examine your heart and be like, why? Why I'm doing this? Why am I mad at telling this story? Do I feel like my life ain't nothing important? When it is, because you're alive and you're breathing and God gave you the same breath that he gave the next person telling his story. Also, if you're hearing somebody's testimony and maybe you're close to them, you have known them, maybe you may get offended. You also need to check your heart about that too. Because it's easy to say if the shoe fits where, I can say that. Because sometimes I've been the shoe. And my foot has fit in the shoe. You know what I mean? And if you know that's not about you, if you really take the time to examine, calm down, take a deep breath, chat with God, like, hey, God, why I'm offended? This ain't about me. I can't think of a time such and such. They haven't had a private conversation with me about, well, this is about you. Then you could just breathe easy and exhale. Stop waiting to exhale. See what I did there? Let me address the comments here. Once upon a time, I met this beautiful woman named Jessica. I thought she was, well, I looked the girl. Couldn't be fine. Man, your sense of humor, Jerry, reminds me of somebody. Man, don't joke with your life like that. Don't do that, though. I think what we need to realize when people start sharing their testimonies, that God also has a sense of humor in that. There's the serious side of telling your testimony, and then there's also the funny side of a testimony. I remember one time. Oh, this is a great one. This is a great one. Small testimony to tell. Them people still block. You're gonna find out why I said that in a little bit. They still block on play like that. Block Buddy is my best friend. There was one time being harassed by one person, and it become a gang of people online. I won't say how long ago it was, but it's definitely more than 5 years. Okay, appreciate you, Jory. And they had been harassing me because I had been friends with one of those out the group. Long story short, I had a falling out, and so I said, for my peace of mind, which there's not enough money in the world for you to pay for peace of mind. This is something that people have paid for and still don't have peace of mind. They still have HE double hockey sticks in their life. Peace of mind only comes from God. So after the falling out, I blocked everybody that I could think of. I won't go into detail because I'm not allowed to. But I can tell you the basics of the story. And I just thought that was it. A couple months into them being blocked, maybe a year or so. Maybe it hadn't been a year or so. I don't know. I went on with my life. That's what you do when you want peace of mind. You separate yourself when you realize nothing can be resolved. And you're going about your business. This was an online ordeal, which I'm thankful that the only thing I had to do to cut myself off from it was to just block them and everyone involved. So, blocked them. Went on my life. I later found out down the line that the same person that had been harassing me, which led to me blocking them, one of many, that was really the last straw. All of a sudden, God allowed. See, this is why you don't mess with people. This is why you don't bully people. This is why you don't harass people. Cause God gonna make sure. God gonna make sure. I'm trying to tell you. When God jump into the ring to box with you, you finna get KO'd. That's just how this thing finna work. It's okay. Just don't joke around with your life, talking about your life is lost. Unalive. We do some other type of jokes. That's all I'm saying, Jarre. Okay. And so what had happened was months later, after I had blocked him, I had found out later on down the line that the same person that had been harassing me and other people, which was the last straw of me blocking them, all of a sudden God allowed a brand new person to come into the group to date one of the individuals. And then she started harassing people the same way, but worse. If that doesn't tell you that you're going to reap what you sow, and that's just one of many testimonies. The girl sat and started harassing them the same way one of them out the whole group had been harassing me. And I had at first I laughed when I found out, but then I had to ask God for forgiveness because you're not supposed to rejoice in your enemies. You see what I'm saying? But I'm like, you spent all that time harassing me online, poking fun at me online, doing all of that. And God allowed a brand new person to come into your group, your friend group, and harass all of y'all. And now you want to get rid of her like you was trying to get rid of me. You can't tell me God ain't good and he won't vindicate you. Like, God got a sense of humor like that. Like, okay, I'm gonna make sure. And you know what the scariest thing was? The girl looked like the head leader of the group that harassed me. Looked like her, talked like her, brash like her, everything. God said, bet, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna make sure they come in here looking like you, but they gonna be on 10. They gonna be you times 10 worse. Thing is sad. That's what God got a sense of humor. Like, if I were you, I would leave people alone. If you see, I I saw this. I forgot the guy name. He has locks about shoulder length, actually longer than that. Can't believe this guy got a whole adult daughter in college, I think, or high school. He said, "Baby," I'm paraphrasing. He said, if you see somebody minding their business and they don't bother nobody, and you go and bother that person, you pretty much you asking for whatever you finna get, that God finna allow, you finna get it. That what God got a sense of humor. Now I can't laugh at it, and I didn't. I had to apologize for laughing once I realized what was going on. Like, oh, you just got your twin, but worse. Shut up, woman. Shut up. Help me not to laugh. That, the ideal of it was funny. The principle of it is funny. But what happened to this main person, the head perpetrator out the group, I can't laugh at that. But what I can laugh is at how God paid so much attention to this one person out the whole group that harassed me. And he made sure that later on down the line, that a brand new person was going to enter the group to do them the same way, but worse, on 10. She went from 0 to 100 real quick. Them people still blocked. Now you understand why I started off saying that? That's the part I can laugh at. They still blocked. I don't want no problems. When I say I don't want no problem, I want no harassment. But God fixed that. God did that. God did that. Something I thought that maybe wasn't that important, like, okay, I'm going to protect my peace. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you can have enough self-control to be like, I'm not going on their page. I don't really do that anyway. Okay, I can just stop visiting your page. That's fine. But if it comes to a point where it's like you could feel like they're coming on your page or they're liking, Facebook is nosy. You know that people you may know list? All I'm saying is allegedly that's a list of stalkers. That's it. That's all. That's the statement. That's the video. That's the post. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes you got to block people, not because you don't have the self-control. Sometimes they don't. I must be going. This has been fun. It is never goodbye, but it is see you later. So until next time, I love each and every one of you, and we will be having lots more of these chats.